Welcome back everyone to Tater Tanks. Today I am playing the Leopard 1 on the map Sand River. Another beautiful all tier 10 matchup we've got on our hands today, and you can see by the badge beside my name in the tank list, this is probably my most played tank. I absolutely love it. I won't say I'm any good at it. I have a few good battles, but that's probably about it. I see now on the mini-map at this point that I'm the only one running up this side, and that does not bode well for me because I am matched up against, I think it's the 907, and he has a lot more armor than I do. And, well, basically all of their mediums have more armor than I do, except for their TVP. So if any of them decide to push onto the hill in the corner there at B9 or so, I will very much lose that battle because I cannot brawl compared to the other mediums on their team. So after I try to get some pot shots off from behind that tree, that's usually where I like to start if I run on this side. I make my way back just in time to miss that EBR. At least I got some spotting off on him. And just like that, he's a one-shot. And I make my way back to safety because there was no cover for me. A little bit of a useless run except for the spotting on that EBR, but that's where I usually go, and I figured I'd give it my best shot there. But obviously it was not a wise decision to stay, so we gotta fall back and play where the teammates can support. So now we got a bit of a slow point where we just wait it out. And I've got a nice set of bushes and trees knocked over here, so I will definitely have the spotting advantage on anyone coming up. I do have two equipment setups on the Leopard 1. The one I'm running right now I think is rammer, vents, and a vertical stabilizer. And then the other one I have is more of a spotting setup in case we don't have any light tanks. That one has, I believe, a low noise exhaust, a commander's vision system, and I think it's vents as well. And there I have like really good, almost light tank levels of spotting and camouflage, which makes it really good for those matchups where no light tanks are present. Moving around again with the, I think it's 70 kilometer top speed that the Leopard 1 has. It makes it really easy to get around the map. It is a little bit sluggish. It feels like it doesn't have quite enough horsepower, so getting to the top speed takes a while, but once you're there, you can rip around real easy. We still weren't getting any support on the north side of the map, so we're going to try to make our way in here and see what we can do. Once again, just a lot of sitting in the back, trying to get our shots off safely where we can, and staying out of harm's way until we get a better read on the situation. We still don't know where a bunch of their mediums and heavies are, so we're going to wait it out until some more of those are spotted. An AMX M4 and the BZ, as well as the TVP, have been unspotted. The accuracy on this thing is phenomenal, and the gun velocity is or the bullet velocity is also really good. So now, of course, if I had stayed in that corner where I was, I would have spotted the BZ and the EBR coming up around the back, but of course, I left just in time for them to make it without getting spotted. I do spot the gorilla though, which is nice. And then I wait for him. Never mind. I do not wait for him to go behind the bush, but I don't get spotted anyway, and get some nice assistance off of that again, and a few nice shots. And just like that, he is gone. I do get spotted. The TVP is also in the back. I do get it just over that little ridge there, and now he's on reload, so I can push pretty safely, at least until we get to the BZ. I'm actually lucky that one went in. I don't think it should have hit, but luckily for me it did, and I'm able to push these guys a little bit more, just like that. So the EBRs are going to try to take some shots on me. It only hits my track. And now I can push him and try to get that kill as well. Now the goal or the battle is really tilting in our favor. You can see it's 10-3 already. Their push was unsuccessful, and now we can just swarm in and get the damage. We're at 2,900 damage already. And there's still lots left to go. We are also at 2,100 assistance, which worked out really well, especially on that EBR, I think it was, and the Gorilla. That's where I got most of it. 11-4. Just gonna keep working on these heavy tanks. Bounce that one, obviously. But I really want to get some more damage in before it's all gone to these other tanks on our team, like that. 4.1, there's still more to be done. So now we're just gonna rush for it and get as much in as we can as we clean up the rest of the enemy tanks. And this is where the speed comes in very handy. I've traded really well, played it safe, and then once we're at the tail end of the game, then we can get more aggressive. I do like to get into a spot at the beginning of the game to deal some damage. That's what I was trying to do at the beginning behind that ridge, but I didn't get any opponents coming that way, so I had to settle for doing no damage at the beginning and going into the support phase, the middle of the battle. And now at the end, since I've traded so well, I can get more aggressive and get into on top of this last opponent. And get some damage there with the tracks. And just like that, we are at 4.8k damage, 2k assistance, and that is that. So yeah, that's basically how I like breaking up the battle in the Leopard 1. You get some initial damage off in an aggressive spot, you fall back, play it a bit safer, and then at the end you go for it again. So first class, really good outcome. Top damage, top XP on both teams, top damage. So really happy with that result. And I actually made some credits as a tier 10 medium. So thank you all for watching. We will see you all in the next one.